Pro Longwear Concealer, Studio Fix, your mixing palette, you don't have to, but 242, and then 266, or just an angle brush. You don't have to use MAC products. I've mentioned before that I use the MAC products because they're just cheaper for me, fortunately. So that is why. And then this one was all rubbed off, but this is a 204. So excuse me. So yeah, like I said, you don't have to, but as long as you kind of, you know, have the things, like there could be 3 different dark browns. It could be like an 88 palette. It doesn't have to be a MAC shadow, so don't get that confused. But yeah, this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to do with. I don't have an 88 palette, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and work with what I got. So so we're going to take that angled brush. And then, of course, your brows already, like I said in the last video, I go ahead and take my tail off because it's just easier for me. Like, I can decide how I feel like doing them. So that's why, but you don't have to do that. So, okay. Okay, so we're going to start with the, like the lightest shade you have. And, for example, I'm going to be going in with Saddle. So, okay, so the one thing I do want to run through quickly is how I get into state is I use the brow gel or the brow set in clear, so that just helps so that they're not all over the place and it's just easier. So okay, so I'm gonna actually zoom to my other mirror so I can see what I'm doing here. So you want to start off by kind of feeling where your hairs end. So mine end over here and start over here. So I'm just gonna take this color in the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect because this is gonna be like that color that's just gonna be all over the brow. So I'm just taking it from the bottom of my hairs up to the really tippy top of the hair here. And so just kind of, you know, blend that out. Don't worry too much about the front, because I know how you guys see how I kind of fade it out, and that again I will teach you guys. So yeah, just kind of, you know, blend everything out like so, and then turn your brow so it's like angled, and then just start going back, and then go towards the top. And make sure that you covered all the little hairs. Like so. So, then you're going to go in with that little spoolie and then just start mixing it in. From the beginning right here, fade it out a little bit. So just start fading it out, like so. And then just move that upwards motion so that our little hair stay in contact. Then you're going to go in with the darker color. I'm going to go in with, oh great, when the name comes back to me, I will give it to you guys. Embark, there we go. I knew it was going to come to me. So now I'm going to apply the darker color at the bottom of where my little hairs are ending. And you're just going to go underneath it. You're not going to go the entire brow. You're just going to go under it. Kind of creating a line. See that? So you kind of like create the line there. So all the way towards the front. And I know it looks funny and I know it looks kind of harsh, but it will all work out. So now you're going to go up to where you see that the light color and the dark color meet. So you're actually going to go in with that dark shadow and go over that little tail. And you're going to start bringing it down. Now you can go ahead and shape it however you want. Today we're going to do this shape for me. And then I'm going to go up to the top and kind of blend that in there a little bit, not all the way, but just some. And then I'm going to grab some more of that color and start dragging it in. And then I'm going to go back in with this color real quick. And then I'm going to go back in with that light color, that saddle color. And then I'm just going to kind of like mix those two in towards here. Kind of so it doesn't have that too much of a harsh color. But just towards the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and keep that light fade towards the top, as you can see. So, like I said, just go there. And then I'm going to go in with that light color. And make sure that the light stuff stays on top of my brows. And what I keep doing down here is I just keep wiping off my brush so that you don't get any dark stuff under. And then go in with that light, that wet spoolie, and just kind of, do that. And then I'm going to take a darker one, something like a black. And this one's called Handwritten by MAC. And I just need it for that tail because I'm not able to see really, really light for me. So again, you don't have to do that. I'm just doing this because I need to. But I'm just going all the way where I feel like I need that. And I'm going to wipe it off again. And then go in with that lighter color, that saddle. And just kind of go over that in the front there. So then I'm just going to go ahead and spoolie that out. Like so. Make sure all your little hairs are neatly done. So that's what the brow should look like right now. And so now you're going to go in with a 242, and then I use a little spatula, and I just kind of like pump my product in there and then just take it from there. So I'm just going to pump a little bit, like a tiny bit, like literally like that much. And then I'm just going to put that product on both sides of my brush just in case, because it kind of gives you like a back part to do. So excuse me. So then now here's a little tricky part, which is the cleaning up part. So you're going to go underneath the bottom of that dark and just start cleaning up. And you might have to go really slowly when you start, but you'll get the hang of it. And clean it out. And there we go. It's okay if you see that it fades. So now you want to grab that concealer and just drag it down. Because I've seen a lot of girls who use a really thick concealer and it just leaves that harsh line. I don't think that's pretty at all. I mean, no offense if that's your preference, but I prefer no lines on mine, no harsh edges. So you're going to want to go ahead and lean your brush kind of like this. Push it so it kind of slants a little bit, and then go and drag down. And that is just to get all the product blended out. So, and then one little thing I like to do is I like to go in back with that lighter shade, and this is just optional, but I go in with that lighter shade towards the top just to can give it a little extra. And then I just go in and clean that up too. Just gives it a little more dimension. And then again, go with the same little product, and you're not actually pushing on it, you're just kind of feathering a little bit of that same concealer on and just kind of blend it in like so. So once you have your brow like that, you're gonna go in with your handy dandy Studio Fix, and you're going to grab any type of brush, and I lost mine, so hold on. Okay, found it. So I don't have a palette open still. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this brush right here, and this is just a whatever brush. And so like I said, a lot of you guys will leave like that harsh line in. I don't like it personally, so I get rid of it. So once you see that the concealer, like, well, it's all blended out smoothly, and it just gives you a nicer, sharper line going through Studio Fix. And start dragging it down. And then again in the towards here, because it just gives it a smoother finish as well. So that is it. It's totally easy and doable. Now I'm gonna zoom you in. I'm gonna pick you up and show you my brows.